hopefully we should be having like fully functional houses. Hello, Earth Angels, and welcome to another Sims 4 video. I am recording this before I've posted all the old videos, but if you're seeing this, this is the newest video that I've recorded that is most up to date. Today, what we are going to be doing is building 3 tiny houses using James Turner's generator. We are on James Turner's website, as you see right here, and basically what we are going to do, I have gotten rid of all of the packs that I do not have, left the ones that I do. We are going to generate a expansion pack, game pack, stuff pack, and a kit. And those are the packs that we're going to use to create the 3 tiny homes that I have made. Before I do that though, let me show you the tiny homes that I made. So I didn't do too much, I just made like 3 boxes basically. They may not be as tiny, to be honest. I haven't played The Sims in a really long time, so I don't know, we will see how these houses go. But we have this one right here with a downstairs and an upstairs. We have this little weird box back here, and then we have this box right here. So my goal for this is to get this whole lot decorated. I kind of started with like a little like cute design in the middle type thing, and I hope that by the end of this is all fleshed out with like trees and plants and stuff, and this can be fleshed out by the end as well. So let's go ahead and head to the generator, and we are going to start with our first tiny home, which is going to be this little bad boy right here. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and spin for the 4 packs. So let's see what we get. Everyday cluttered kit, spar day. Nope, we're not fighting in here. Spa day, Crystal's creation stuff, and horse ranch. So I believe this is enough to actually make like a full build, because I know spa day has some bathroom things if I'm not mistaken, and I think horse ranch does too. So let's go ahead and see how these 4 packs work together, and let's start with our first tiny home. Okay, so we are here back in the game, and I just toggled on all the packs that we have. First things first, I kind of want to get a little bit of an idea of what type of wallpaper and stuff that we do have to use before I start making the roof. It's like a mix of literally ranch and super modern, and I'm not exactly sure what type of vibe we're going for. I'm also just gonna change my reshade for this one to a little bit of a brighter one, just because I don't know, I'm not vibing with the dark reshade today. I think I might use this horse ranch like stone thing. I kind of like that color, and then I'm gonna try to go in with spa day for these outer parts. I kind of like this green. Let's aim for this green right here and see how we like it. I think I am gonna go ahead and put like a roof on here. We'll aim for more like ranchy, but like I don't know. I don't even know why I'd be trying to be like, I know what this style is, because I don't. Despite how many builders I watch, I do not know build styles. I just like to make what I like to make and then see how it goes. So that's what we're gonna do today as well. All right, nice. So that is what that's looking like. It kind of looks a little weird, but it's fine. All right, lovely. Let's see if we have any like roof paint with any of these packs. We do. Horse ranch is the only one, and we do not have any roof or what is this called, roof trims, not terrain, so we don't get to do that today, but at least we got to color that part of the house. All right, I think I'm gonna put this up on a foundation, because I do believe, I don't know if we have foundations, but I know for a fact we don't, so it's okay, we'll just keep that one. We do have like stairs with both of the packs. Actually, I forgot about these spa day ones. Now I want to use the horse ranch stairs. I just think they're gonna fit the best in here. We're using a lot of horse ranch right now, but I think I'll just bring more of like the spa day and stuff inside. Maybe they're trying to like renovate this house to be like more modern. I do like how that looks, so I'm gonna put the bricks right here. So that looks like the only door that I feel like is the best. I mean, there is that one. I definitely don't want these ones right here, because First of all, they're all basically see-through, which is not ideal for a home. I think that's probably the better door out of the two, just because the coloring on these is weird and I want to match it kind of to the roof. Speaking of which, I just noticed the inside doors are going to be terrible because they're all like see-through. Oh. Okay, I think, oh, we don't have great ceiling lights at all. I'm just now noticing. Should I just put this floor light on the floor? That's really bad too. Do any of these lights give off like decent light? The answer is honestly no. This is probably the best one. Okay, guess we're gonna use this like short chandelier everywhere. So this is the floor plan that I came up with. This house is actually not super duper tiny, but doesn't matter, it's tiny enough. So I'm gonna try to fit 2 bedrooms in here. So we're going to have the main bedroom right here and then a smaller bedroom right here. Then this is going to be the bathroom. We'll have the living room right smack dab in the middle, and then we'll have the kitchen and dining kind of crammed over in this corner. Alrighty, so with that in mind, where do we want to start? We should probably start by putting windows actually. Now that I figured out the floor plan, it's easier to know where things are going to go. So do I want some modern windows? I kind of do, because I like how the horse ranch ones have a couple like big modern looking ones as well, even though they're less modern because of the framing. I think I'm gonna put that inside the master bedroom right there, those big windows. We'll put some smaller ones on the outside right here. So here, 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 and here. We'll have a window right here on the back of the house, or the side of the house, just inside the middle of the bathroom. And then this is going to be the kitchen, so we'll have just one right here. And I kind of want to put some of these taller ones right here. Alright, so the window placement is done, which it was pretty easy, maybe because it's a small house, because usually it takes me forever to do windows. But with that being said, let's go ahead and head inside. We can figure out what doors we're going to use. The problem is all of these doors are see-through, so maybe this is just a no privacy family. Love that for them. I want to put here, maybe we could put this bathroom door, you know, because it is the bathroom. I just think that's so silly, but we really don't have like any options that are closed off. Like these are whole barn doors. Okay, so maybe for the parents' room we can do this really big door right here, and I kind of want to go like super colorful in here, so let's bring that green in. Oh, should I change this all to lighter? So I went through and I started to like change everything lighter, because I decided on the inside I kind of want this inside vibe to be lighter, and because I chose this door I was like I should change the outside to be lighter. So I also changed the roof swatch to be this darker one so it matches more with the like trimming on the windows. And then you know how like I went into foundation and I was like, oh, there's no horse ranch or anything foundation, so apparently it's not tagged. Oh. So who was gonna tell me I was in platform trims? So anyway, now that silly old me figured that out, we're gonna head back inside. And then as far as these other doors, I don't know what the best thing to do is. I'm like feeling like I should just do these doors, and then maybe we can put curtains over their doors. Maybe we go for this like darker grayish or brownish vibe right here. Yeah, I think this will be okay. This is not ideal for a bedroom, I know, but like what else am I gonna do? Give them a big door too? It's gonna take up their entire room. Or and this is an idea as well, we can do this archway, okay, and we can make the story that they're not finished building this yet, so this is why the archway is here. They're gonna put a door on the hinges. Or maybe, here's another idea, if this is a child's room, maybe the kid was bad and they got their door taken away. Does that explain the fully glass wall door in here? No, it does not, but that's the story we're gonna go with. Let's do the parents' bedroom. I feel like doing the parents' bedroom is gonna set the tone for the house. Okay, so we're gonna go with this flooring. So in terms of wallpaper, we can do a similar thing to what we did outside, because the parents, this is like the parents' house, so I feel like they painted the walls and everything. Or we can go for maybe something like this, which I don't mind this. Okay, so we'll just leave it like this, and then what I'm going to do is stay in the green with the beds and stuff. Right now, this is a very big horse ranch build. It's not intentional, it's just, to be honest, I don't have too many options anyway, but we will see how this goes. So I think I might go with this bed right here. Oh, maybe we can actually do these crystal creation ones in these like this really light tone. Beautiful. Do we have curtains? We have these. Right. So that's not ideal. This looks so stupid. She's so short. What's the point of having curtains at this point? Okay, this whole image right here just looks silly though.
How rude.
Okay, give me a second. Maybe I just do this one? What if we just pretend like these curtains are actually, they go a lot longer than what you're seeing. So we're gonna put it up here like so, and then that can be covered by just pulling them out and in. Yeah, I like that. I think you like that idea too. So that's what we're gonna go with today. We also have this like cute thing from Crystal Creation. So maybe we put like this in here. I say we do this and put this here. Is it safe having a candle that's lit that close to the bed? Not for me, but this isn't my house, so maybe they're very cautious and careful. Yeah. Okay, that's actually really cute. And then we don't have any clocks. We do need a dresser in here, so I'm glad I saw that, because what we can do is just put this bad boy right here. And I kind of do want to angle this a bit. I think that would just be kind of nice. Oddly enough, kind of want to mix the woods a little bit. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make these a little darker if I can. So I try to put some crystal creation in here. No, I don't like this rug, so we do not try to put that in here after all. Let me see if I like any swatches on this rug. Oh, this one works really nice. I wish I had my tool mod in right now because I just want this a little bit smaller, but we'll just make it fully smaller for now. Maybe I can put a bookshelf in their room? Because I don't know if we have much space out here to put one, so let's put one inside the parents' room. Okay guys, so I just started cluttering up just a little bit, and as I was cluttering, I came up with a bit of a storyline, right? Because as of right now, if you see the house, it's mostly horse ranch stuff. And I was trying to figure out like, how can I put more crystal creations? And then it hit me. The idea hit me. So here's the backstory, right? This is why the child lost their door. It's gonna be very silly if I have anything to say it, but these are the parents. They're very ranchy, you know, maybe they used to own a farm, or maybe they like just dream of having a farm, but it's just been very hard for them to do that. So that's why they have all these like horse ranch items and stuff in their house, because that is their dream, right? Maybe they miss their farm, or they just dream of having a farm. But their child over here, who is also in a very tiny room, is the opposite, right? They are very spiritual, very holistic, and all they really want to focus on is maybe reading tarot and getting into like crystals and crystal making. And the parents see that as like dark magic. Maybe the parents are super religious and they just don't believe in that, and they want their child to follow their ranch dreams as they have, or be the one to get them on a ranch, you know, but the child just doesn't want that. And so the parents are getting really mad because maybe they see their child practicing or using sage and practicing like spiritual things, and the parents are just, they don't approve, they don't understand, they don't try to understand, so they get angry. And that is why the child lost their door. And you know, obviously the child isn't very happy about that, but they're trying to figure out how they can branch out and get away from this family because their parents just don't understand them, and all they're trying to do is just be themselves. And yeah, that's the storyline I came up with. So that's the vibe that we're gonna go for as we keep moving forward. I also put this like box of stuff right here because maybe these are some things that the parent took from the kids, you know, that they took from the child. So these are all their things in here, and they're just trying to hide it from the kid and, you know, That poor baby got all their stuff taken just because their parents do not understand what they're trying to do and who they are, which happens way too often. It's very sad, but yeah, what can you do? But I think I feel pretty good with the parents' room, so I am going to leave this alone and we're gonna head to the child's room because now I'm invested in the story. Let me do the wallpaper because I am 100% going to use this Crystal Creations wallpaper. I just think it's going to match the vibe that we're going for. You know, maybe they painted their walls or put wallpaper up and it's just been a hassle for the parents to try to get it back the way that they originally had their walls. So, you know, the kid won this battle because they got their walls to be what they wanted because they just put the wallpaper up and the parents were like, we're too busy to fix that. But no, we're unhappy with that decision. I like the color of the red. Yeah, I think that's like a nice vibe. I actually think I might put the bed over here so they can try to have some sort of privacy with their door being taken. That literally sucks for this kid. I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna put like darker colors in here. Shocker, there's always one room, isn't there? I think it would just fit more with the storyline because if the parents are like this bright and airy thing and then the kid is just the complete opposite, I just kind of like the juxtaposition between the two because it's not like this kid is really doing anything wrong or trying to, you know, be rebellious. It's just that the kid likes something different from their parents and their parents they just don't get it. You know, sometimes the wrench just don't get it. I'm gonna layer these two rugs up kind of like that. I think that looks pretty cool. And then let's see what we can put on this back wall. Maybe we can put some of these crystal posters up. We'll just stack them right here. Like, this is something that they just found interest in. They would love to study more about crystals. Like, we're gonna go heavy with like the spiritual crystal aspect in here. Okay, let's give the kid a desk. So we'll just do this like table right here and put it in this brown wood, and then we'll get them just like a regular chair. Ooh, I would like to put the makeup thing on here because maybe they enjoy doing their makeup. And then let's put some candles on here as well. I'm gonna move this back and put this towards the back right here. And like maybe this kid has like a part-time job or something, so they're not necessarily old enough to move out, but you know, they have enough to be able to make their own money. So there's some things that they buy that are just their own, and no matter what their parents say, they'll just keep buying it, and their parents can get mad at them, but I spent my money on this. You know, that's their way of kind of trying to rebel without being like too disrespectful, you know. Some parents would probably be like, that's disrespectful anyway, but you can't win them all, can you? You cannot win them all. Alrighty, so I just added some like final touches into the room. So really quickly, I added this like shelf right here, and they have just kind of like some bath things, perfume, stuff like that, a little incense holder, and then their headphones in here. I feel like they try to block out with music and stuff, but does it always work? Probably not. And then I put a giant mirror in here, so obviously they can check themselves out before they leave. Which, speaking of which, I don't think I have a dresser in here. Let me see if I can squeeze one in somewhere. Okay, it's not the best solution, but they have a wardrobe out here if they need to put anything inside of it. But I also noticed that this bed itself has like drawers on it, so maybe they just don't have a lot of clothes and they also have some in here. But there is this wardrobe outside that they can put their clothes in. I mean, they don't have a door anymore anyway, so I don't know if they're really complaining about that. And just put this mirror on the wall. And then I had like a sneaky idea, and I was like, oh, what if they have two phones? So what if in that box of stuff that their parents took, they took their phone, their main phone, right? And it was like, you're not allowed to listen to music, XYZ. But like I said, this person has a side job, you know, they make their own money, so they bought their own phone just so that they can have a secondary phone for when they need things, because their parents aren't making them pay bills. So let me just buy myself a new phone, because what are you gonna do then? Okay. So that is the kids' bedroom, but what I'm thinking of doing is making this the dining room instead, because it might be easier to fit some chairs and a table here, and then squeeze like the living room and kitchen back here. So first things first, let's do the kitchen. I think that might be easiest. Which I think yeah, we have all the kitchen stuff that we need with the packs that we have, I think. Actually, do we? Do we have a fridge? Okay, perfect. We have an oven. Okay, I spoke too soon. Okay, so they can't actually cook warm meals. Great. Do we have a grill? We have a grill. Perfect. They can cook outside. Told you, we had everything we needed. So with that being said, we're gonna set the layout for the kitchen. Okay, so I just did the layout here, very small obviously because we don't actually have an oven in here, but what I am curious about is if I want to change like the flooring or anything in here. I think it might be nice if I do like the brick or something maybe that we did outside. Yeah, just kind of change this area up a little bit. Alright, so I changed the layout a little bit in here because, I don't know, this just fits better, and then I added some clutter. So as you see, there's just a couple little kitchen items right here. I put some pots and pans over there. And then this is not an actual trash can, but we actually do not have a trash can in any of these packs, so this is a pretend trash can, and for storyline reasons, this is what they put their trash in. Then I put this big chest over here because I don't know, who knows what they keep in there. Maybe they grow their own stuff, maybe they don't. Family full of secrets, let's just say that. So that's what that chest is there for. And then I just put a couple like little mugs here and then a vase. And yeah, our kitchen is done. Which is really cute. I actually like it. This family really likes green apparently, because that is all I keep putting in this house, and that just has to be okay. And then I'm just gonna opt for no curtains because this is all we have, and I'm not dealing with that today. We're gonna flip around though, and we're gonna go ahead into the living room. So let's see, this is going to be a no TV family, mainly because we don't have a TV in any of these packs, but I think they would probably be a no TV family anyway. Let's go ahead and do the fireplace first, because I do want them to have a fireplace, and maybe they try to sit around the fireplace and talk and be one of those cute families, but then they treat their child like dog poo poo because they believe in something other than what the parents believe in, and so the child's like, I don't want to be around you guys. But can the child actually say that? I don't know, because the parents may not be too happy about that statement, but you know, who knows. I do really like this bench. I feel like this couch is just too much, personally. Like, this couch is just too big. But then again, maybe that is okay. We put this really big couch right here. And then, do we have any, like, individual chairs? We do. Okay, so maybe we do that, and then we put, like, a singular, like, rocking chair or something over here. I think that's cute, actually. I do like that. Let's see, what type of colors do we want? I kind of like this orange. It's like kind of weird though, right? It would probably fit more with the parents' room. Maybe I do put the orange then, because maybe it's like a green, little bit of a light orange vibe. Oh look, we can do that, and it ties in the orange and the green. Perf. Unless maybe I do this and we just try to layer it up twice. Just pretend like that line is seamless. Okay, we'll do that. Can I put a coffee table in here at all? I can. It's very cramped in here, but I do kind of like that. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, it's a tiny home, so it's going to be cramped anyway, but I don't know. There's just something about this vibe that I kind of enjoy. I think that actually looks kind of cozy to me, so we will do that and just hope and pray that that doesn't catch on fire. But do I live in this house? No. So that will be their problem if it does happen. What can I do? Do they have like any skill building besides nectar making and meditation? Oh, we can put this guitar right here. Okay. Because I won't go solo on you. Because maybe they make music, you know. They really tried to hone in to that country and home family lifestyle. But like I said, family full of secrets. I do wonder, like, should I lean into the nectar making thing? Maybe I just put like a wine rack right here. That might be nice, right? We just put like we can put actual wine racks and then put like the nectar stuff outside. I think I'm gonna keep with the darker brown because that's kind of yeah, to break up the wood all up in here. I'm wondering if I should do like an accent wall of just like green, or do I keep it all this wooden color? Yeah, I kind of want this space to be like green, so I think I'll do that. Maybe I'll put some columns in here just to break the stuff up a bit. Let me put something on this center table just to make it nice and, you know, nice and cute. We can just do that, you know. Maybe this is a wine family, a nectar family. Okay, so I just did the bathroom and finished decorating this little space off screen. So I just added some of these little like horse branch metal decals. I was about to say metal detectors. Metal decals on the wall. And then I added some more wall decorations with that like skull thing. Oh, that is clipping into the ceiling. We will fix that later. And then there is just this little rug on the floor. But that was basically it inside here. And then we went into the bathroom. There isn't much privacy in terms of the door, but this shower alone has like a curtain, so there's at least privacy there. Then it's just if you're taking a bath, and I think the parents are probably the only ones taking a bath, because I don't think the child feels very comfortable inside this house. But yeah, I also put a little shelf with some little like bathroom knickknacks in here. And then we put this cute horse ranch like picture on the wall. And then I added, these were like the only towels that we had in like decor, so there's just these towels right here. And then so this is the sink area, which is fine, you know, whatever. But do you know those families, and maybe you're one of these families, there are those families that use like reusable cloths instead of, is that a thing? Am I making that up? Or is it diapers? Maybe it's reusable diapers. I don't know. Maybe this is a family of reusable cloths. Update, you guys. So I just looked it up. It is a thing that some families do where they use reusable cloths. I was not judging at all. You guys shouldn't either. I just thought I was making it up, and that's why I got uncomfortable and stopped talking. So yes, that is a thing. That is what this family does. So yeah, this is this is the bathroom all complete. I think it looks pretty stinking cute. And let's head outside and do the garden now. I might just put like, not that we have very many plants in general, but I might put like a plant on the outside out here. Oh wait, maybe I can do like a little trick to make these plants look a little different, because we had that little basket that I used inside, and I'm wondering if maybe I can like try to use it again and make it in like a different swatch. We'll put this like right here and then put this plant inside of it, and there. Now we have some like new plants, or at least they look new because they are in a different capacity. I think I'm gonna use this fence right here from Horse Ranch. We're gonna do it in this lighter swatch as we've been. But in terms of the trees and stuff all around here, it has to be Horse Ranch or a part of like the packs that I use. Otherwise it doesn't count. But like in this area where I'm trying to make all of it look cohesive, I'm gonna do my own thing. Sorry, not sorry. So let's just go ahead and focus then on what we do have, which is the Horse Ranch stuff. So I'm gonna put some trees around here. Put one of these as well. Maybe I just use this tree twice. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Okay, I am going to attempt to do some landscaping. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so this is what I got for landscaping. I just put some of these like bushes around, because as you see here, we really do not have a lot. I actually used some of these trees and sized them down really tiny to make some more bushes just to have some contrast. And then yeah, we just put some like a bunch of like overgrown grass, a couple of the little flowers around. So that is what we have for landscaping. And you know what, I just realized I did not put an indoor dining table in there. That's fine. We can see if we have one in here, because I didn't even check because I completely forgot. So we can just put it outside and hope that it doesn't rain all the time. These chairs are kind of cool. Is this probably the best thing to have outside? No, but you know what I'm thinking? What if I put like some columns up, kind of like the ones we did inside, and make like a little, I don't know, just a little moment in here. And then this can be like just a little nook so that they can come outside and eat even if it's raining. It might look really pretty if it's raining outside and you can eat. It might not feel very nice to have to deal with that in the rain, but that's not really my issue now, is it? Yeah, that's kind of cute. We have our grill, which I think I might move more so over this way. And then what else can we add outside? Is there anything else that we can put outside? We have no outdoor trash cans. Oh, you know what I should do though? I need to put their like nectar maker, but we'll put it in the back as if they're trying to kind of hide that they're making nectar. I don't really know how you're hiding it very well because it's kind of out in the open, but you know, to each their own. They can feel sneaky if they want. And maybe I should put this little crystal bit grid outside, but let's kind of hide it in the back here. Like the child who's trying to do gemology and learn about crystals and stuff, they're trying to hide it from their parents, and maybe their parents don't go over here as often, so we're just gonna kind of sneak it out back here. And otherwise, I really think this is about it. I think we are done with our first tiny home. So our first tiny home is done using Horse Ranch, Crystal Creation, Everyday Clutter Kit, and Spa Day. Let's go ahead and head to our second home. Alright, so we're gonna roll for our next tiny home, which is going to be the one in the middle. I went ahead and took off the 4 packs that we already got, so let's see what we get. Movie hangout stuff, Get Famous, Vampires, and Courtyard Oasis Kit. Okay, this is an interesting mix of stuff. I feel like it's a lot of different styles, but we will see how we go with these 4. So we got all of our packs on, and here we are at our second little abode. First thing that we will probably want to do is see which wallpaper we want to use, which we have some options. Are they my favorite options? Absolutely not, but they are options nonetheless. Let me pull this up on a foundation and see if we actually have a foundation first of all. We do. Get Famous coming through again. With what we have going on the outside, we may be able to make like a darker build.
Are you sure about that?
I feel like I don't build with Get Famous a lot, or at least I don't really know what's inside of this pack a whole bunch, but we can just play around and see. And then what I am thinking of doing is kind of just like a simple roof. It's going to be interesting because if I make this roof look super modern, I don't think it's going to fit the vibe very well. It may be weird to somebody, but do I currently like how this looks? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to use, I guess, these marble stairs. Oh, I don't know if I like how these look, to be honest. Alrighty, so I changed up the colors quite a bit actually. So we went with a very more white, pristine-ish type of look. I added this like roof piece right here, which I think looks pretty cute. And then I made my own fake columns just by sizing down a bunch of these things right here. Sizing them down a whole bunch and then stacking them upright. They are clipping a little bit, but I don't have my toolbar right now, so this is just gonna have to do. But all in all, I think that looks cute. This is just from the Desert Lux kit, or Courtyard Oasis, not Desert Lux. This is from the Courtyard Oasis kit, and then all of the rest is actually from Get Famous right now. That's just the pack that seemed to work the best on the outside, so that is what we're gonna go with. Okay, so we have some floorings. Do we want to do the marble to match the stairs? I mean, I don't think that would be too crazy. And again, do I really want marble? I do not know. Oh, let's do this one. Okay, if we're gonna do marble, we should do this one right here. And I'm gonna go with the more clear white than the off-white. So our lighting choices are ass, so this is what we have to work with. But this is the floor plan. So we're gonna have the living room right here, a little kitchen nook right here, dining room right here, tiny little bathroom, and then bedroom right here. I am going to start putting windows in. Good thing is I do actually like the Get to Work windows, or Get Famous windows, silly gal. And honestly, I might aim for some of these too to add some dimension into the build. One right here, perf. And then, yeah, that can kind of add some dimension to the side of the builds. In the bathroom, let's also put a window in here. Maybe we do this window right here. I don't know what bathroom stuff we have, if we have any. Hopefully we do, because if not, that is going to suck if we don't have a fully functional house. We actually got like pretty lucky on the very first one. But I think with us having like the 4 different packs between each of the like variations, so kit, stuff pack, expansion, and game pack, hopefully we should be having like fully functional houses. Okay, I'm going to put also a little window here. I'm going to put maybe one of these things right here. So we'll go with this window placement for now, and let me go ahead and see what type of doors we have going on here. I wasn't too worried about the doors because city living, I am naming every pack but what this pack is. Get Famous is not too bad with what they have, which is interesting, the type of style house that I kind of did, because it actually, I feel like it goes a little bit with this like retro-ish theme colored door. Is it bad? I kind of like it. I could put orange up there if I really wanted, because I think it comes in orange. So if I want this little roof part to be orange, I can do that. And I think I might do that just for funsies, you know? Yeah, let's just do some orange up there. Maybe we can just find some like pops of orange that we can put throughout the build outside too, like maybe in the planter boxes. Okay, actually I might switch to these courtyard oasis stairs. Alright, what type of flooring do I want in here? I do really like the vampires one. I don't use it as often though, I think because the diagonal floors kind of mess me up in my head a bit. And don't ask me why, they just do. But I think out of all the options that we have in terms of like wooden floor, this is the best option. So I think I'm gonna keep with this for now. So we have a few door options. Well, we have 2 door options that we can go for in terms of ones that I like. Because I like this movie hangout stuff door. Like, I think it's kind of fun. Like, I feel like I might go with this one. And one of it can even, ooh, okay, let's do that. Let's have one be like a funky color and then this just be like a normal color. I'm gonna go for the kitchen first. I think I'm gonna just go with, should I go with the white or maybe I should go with the green? If this house is gonna be colorful, I think I'm gonna aim for this green. Now, do we have an oven? We do not have an oven. Do we have a grill in this pack? We don't. Do we have a fire pit? Do we have anything to cook on? Anything at all? Oh gosh, guys. I don't know if we're cooking in this house. We have a popcorn maker. They can make popcorn. But do we have like a fire pit? Do we have a grill? Do we have anything to cook on? We have this floor lamp. Can they cook on this? I don't think you can cook on this for real. I don't know. Maybe we put it outside just in case. We have a campfire. Okay, let's put that outside too, just in case. You know, I don't think you can cook on the prop, but you never know. Okay, so your Sims can have quick meals and make popcorn. I hope that's all you wanted them to do, because that's all they get. Oh, can they make popcorn? Why did I think there was a fridge in the vampires pack? Bro, they don't even have a fridge. I really goofed myself. Okay, so here's our first non-fully functional house, but you know what? We have a popcorn maker. Can you make popcorn without a fridge and a stove? Surely you can. We don't have a trash can, but who needs to throw anything away because all they're eating is popcorn? Let's give them some counters for fun, you know? So they can watch all of the popcorn being made. We have a sink, but no single standing sink. So I'm gonna move this out. I'm gonna put this in. What I'm gonna try to do, I think there is a trick that we can do to make sink work, if I'm not mistaken. Update, this hack doesn't work, and it's not a hack because I thought of it wrong. So we're just gonna go back to the drawing board. Okay, so I need to go back to the lighting situation for one, because this is a little difficult to maneuver. So maybe I can do this like chandelier thing. Yeah, that might be our best bet. I can just separate it off like that. So let me figure out what actual like flooring I want, which these vampires ones look kind of cool. They have like some funky colors in some of these, which is nice because I'm trying to bring in just like a lot of colors. Somebody's probably like, there is too much going on, and all I can say to that is I'm sorry. Okay, we might go for this yellow in this kitchen area. Don't like the counters very much, but there's nothing, it's mainly the countertops. I don't like the color of it, but the brown is too dark for me, and then the green, I just feel like it's throwing everything completely off. Like there's just no need for the green in here. So we're gonna stick to the white and try to make this work. Do I just do this like white? Maybe that's okay. I don't know. I kind of wanted more orange. Like, why is there just not enough orange in here? We are the pirates who don't do anything. We just stay home and fool around. Okay, so I just went ahead and finished the kitchen. I did change the counters back, as you see. I changed the counters back to green because I put these like slab things on the wall and the greens kind of match. They kind of don't, but they kind of do. So I think it tied it all together. Then I obviously had to put a sink in here, so we just put the vampires one because that meshed in the best. We just put a little couple of clutter items over here. I put this towel for when you have to wash your hands from all the dishes, you know, all the popcorn dishes that you have to wash. And then this beautiful thing right here, just because I feel like it ties it all in. So this is our kitchen. Nice, beautiful, we love her. And we are going to move over to the dining room now. We do not have a trash can in here. I don't think we have an outdoor trash can either. Yeah, no trash cans at all. So trash cans hidden in one of these cabinets, just like all of their non-perishable food. Let's move on. let's use this glass table right here, and let's see if we can just add some colorful chairs. Yeah, we might add like movie hangout chairs. I do want like just lots of color in here. I don't really know who lives here. Maybe they're like an aspiring artist or a movie star, and they are working hard to try to achieve their goals as best as they can. And what I think I'm actually going to do is, instead of making this like everybody can sit at the table type of thing, we're gonna push this up against the wall right here, and this is just like a two-seater situation. I am going to put, do I want these curtains, or why do I kind of like the thought of these ones? Is that weird? It's a little weird, ain't it? I don't usually do that, maybe for a good reason. We can put these. I do know they have like a non-crazy swatch, which is what I would put in here. Like, I don't know, it just feels like crazy much. Now I'm like, maybe I do put more chairs and just, yeah, okay, I think that looks better. All right, let's try to head into the living room area. So I did in fact like this wallpaper right here. I just think it looks kind of nice, and I'm wondering if we can get like spandrels or something. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we're gonna try. I don't know. I think it looks bad. So maybe we just do this one and just call it. Okay, that's fine. I just literally need it as like a room divider, you know? Is black better? Because I have more black accents, right? Or is that too much? Y'all, help me. I do not know. And we have like a lot of couches. Ooh, I really like that one. Honestly, like looking at them, I think I'm gonna go with this courtyard oasis one. Do we have a fireplace? We do. We also have a radiator, which is cool. And we have a TV in this one, which is nice. I am gonna size it down a bit though. We have a couple of TVs, but yeah, we don't need them that big. So I'm gonna go for this one right here. It does look a little crazy. I don't know if I like this fireplace. It just feels like too grand, to be honest. But we might be able to put like a radiator. Let me get like two of these and kind of push it together to make it look like one big one. And then this can be just a little bit bigger because, you know, they want to be a big movie star, so their priorities may not be completely all together. Everybody has those moments, I guess. Maybe, unless you always have your life together, then it must be nice. It must be nice. Because that's not normal for most people, especially me, ADHD, and a lot of other diseases on top of it. Do I want this one more or this one? I think I'm gonna go with this one. I kind of like the orangey color. It doesn't match super well with the couch, but it matches kind of well with the couch. So that's my thought process behind that. I'm gonna move this couch back a little bit too because that TV is so massive, you would need to be further back. This couch has a lot of funky colors too. So this one, it doesn't match the couch though, that's the problem. Maybe not. I did kind of like this one a little bit. Kind of matches, not super well, but a little bit. Then there's this one, which I think it's a little bit chaotic, I won't lie. There's a lot of patterns going on, okay, I can admit that. This person just feels kind of eclectic, like, I don't know, they just kind of want to have like a fun time in their house. And when they come in their house, even though to most people it feels chaotic, it feels comfortable to them. And maybe all they eat is popcorn because they I'm still trying to justify them only having a popcorn maker, guys. It's not working out very well. Let's add a big plant in this corner. This just massive plant that honestly is like almost too big for the space, but I feel like this person doesn't, they just like see stuff that they like and they put it in their house. Like they maybe tried to make it match. That's why you see all the like matching colors, but maybe their favorite colors is just like orange and like teal. And so all the stuff that you see, even though it doesn't make sense to us, to them it was like, oh, I saw this, I love it, let's get it. Let's put it right here and then put like a shelf over top. I think I'm gonna change the wallpaper. I think it's just a little too much for me. Okay guys, so as I was cluttering, we got a little update to the story. I did say earlier that maybe this person was like a wannabe actor, right? But let's say that they're lazy. They're lazy and obsessive. So you'll see that I put all these like random things in here. There's like a vase, there's these different like videotapes and some random artifacts around the place. This person has become a collector of sorts, also just an obsessive stalker of different actors and actresses that they admire and would love to become, but they actually will never become that because all they do is sit around and watch movies and spend all their money irresponsibly on furniture that doesn't necessarily match, but also on collectibles. So I put like these swords on the wall. They are like a bidder, right? They bid on all these like celebrity things. Maybe this person is working like undercover behind scenes and things and is like stealing stuff of the actors and actresses that are there. So we have like this nice like living room, and they even like try to make like their own like red curtain that you see on theater stages where they open up the curtain. Like they try to make this their own thing in their house. Like there's just so much going on in here, and it's because they just keep taking everything from the set, from like the actors, the actresses, everybody that's on set that they obsess over. They somehow get on set and take their stuff, so much so that they took somebody's ashes. I don't know whose, I don't know how they got this, but they are good at what they do, and they do it a lot. I'm gonna come back outside and do more to the outside at the end, but I added this sign because I saw it. I feel like this is something else that they bid for. I mean, they're doing the absolute most, let's just say that, and to the point that it's not okay, but what can you do? I do like this super rainbow colorful one. I might go with this like really bougie bed. Now let's change the wallpaper in here to something. I'm not really sure what I want it to be. I could just do completely white walls in here, or maybe stick with the yellow. This room itself is now becoming a little more like luxurious, which is not necessarily the goal. It might be because of the bed. I don't know if I really like colors of this bed to want to change it. I might actually change the bed after all. I think I like this one a little bit more. It's just the other one was like almost too luxurious, which didn't fit with the rest of the house. I don't mind some items being a little bit more like intense, but I just feel like even though they're spending their money unwisely based on the theme that we have going on, they like simpler things minus the artifacts. Now the only reason why I could justify them getting that bed is because maybe that was a set piece that they somehow got, but I think I might switch to this one right here. For their dresser, I'm just gonna put this like clothing rack right here. Maybe the clothes that they're wearing are actually like costumes that they've stolen from different sets. Like all the stuff that they have, or most of the stuff that they have, is not even theirs. They just took it and hoped nobody noticed. Look at this really fancy mirror. They definitely stole this mirror facing the bed, because even though I don't like that, maybe they like to wake up and then look at themselves in a mirror and think about where they got the mirror from. Think about how amazing they are for being able to get all of these artifact. They're just so skilled and talented in stealing, basically. But they don't see it as stealing. They just see it as admiring all these amazing talented stars. Let's put this rug in here. Let me find a side table. We can maybe just do this one right here. I don't like the coloring on the other one, sadly, so we'll just do this one. Do we have like an orangey? Not really. This is maybe the most orange. I like the yellow that's in it. It kind of matches the bed sheet, so let's do that. Okay, you guys, so I finished cluttering up the room. I kind of moved stuff around so that it can work. So this is what we are working with. Here is the bed area, the little like toolkit for that idea that this is some of the things they used to break in. And then this area over here, I put this bookshelf here, and then I put this stereo on top. Now I just checked it, as you can see with all the musical notes. I need to stop pointing at my screen. You guys cannot see me pointing. I have to use the cursor. You can turn the music on and off, but they can't dance to the music, so they won't do that. I don't think they can actually interact with it because it's not separated, but I think it looked cool. That's why I put it up here, just kind of as like a built-in kind of shelf type thing. But if you guys for some reason want to play in this house, just change that, move that around, or change it to an actual stereo that you can use. With that being said, I put like a chair here. There's also a little cushion here, and then I made like a new plant. I just basically sized down the banana tree and then put it inside this pot. There is a weird shadow because of it, but it doesn't really bother me. I think it looks nice. So with that is the entirety of this room done. Yeah, I just put these posters on the wall. It's like these are some of their favorite movies. Yeah, this person is a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but that is okay. So this is the little tile and flooring that we have going on in here. In terms of bathtubs, we at least have that. So I think I'm gonna go with this like really expensive swan bathtub. I would like to see if I can fit everything in here. Do we have a toilet? We do. We're using a lot of the luxury stuff. We also have this vampire's toilet though. Actually, I kind of want to use the vampire's one. So let's do that. And then we do have a sink. I remember we have a sink. So let's aim for maybe the vampire sink too. The only problem that I am running into is the bathtub. I think the bathtub has to go this way for them to use it, and I don't know if that will work. So let me just test this really quickly. Lovely. So everything in here does in fact work, which is good for us. Do I want to change the colors on any of this? I don't think so. Maybe we can go with like a more blue tone. Actually, that might look a little bit better in here. So let's go with that. Use this rug in here. It's not like really a rug, but for some reason I just kind of like the thought of putting that in this bathroom. So I'm gonna put that in here. Do we have a mirror? Yes, we have a few mirrors. I think this might be the best one just because that's really big, I'm pretty sure. So we will just match it with the rest of the bathroom decor. All right, so I finished the rest of the bathroom. I just kind of went with like all of the same set. It kind of just worked out that way because even the vampire stuff had like a similar enough blue. And then I added this like little towel holder in there because this was the only towels they had. They obviously have this on the wall. And then I put like their favorite movie in here, and then there is just some soap. Maybe this is their favorite soap brand, I don't know. They had no bathroom stuff. I had to do what I had to do. And then I put this curtain up. We can just pretend that this curtain can be pulled down. Let's just pretend together. Okay, this is this all done. So what we're gonna do is move over to the outside of the house. You can make like a side patio. This just be what it is. Maybe copy these stairs over, make them way smaller, and then put fence around, just kind of like so. And then this just be like their little side patio. Okay, don't ask me what's happening because do I fully understand? No. But yeah, we're gonna put these little critters up here because again, maybe it's an artifact that they found. You know, I'm not gonna question them. Their house has become kind of scary. They have these like red lights in the front. I feel like at this point they just started putting a little bit of everything that they could. Obviously we have this giant light that I showed you earlier that they basically stole or bought. You know, they do buy some things. And then here is the little like porch area that I put. Basically just like the fake fire pit, and then these like, I don't know, fire tomb things. I don't know. Some benches that definitely were taken. Just some more red lighting. I just feel like, you know, they just got excited. They're a very excited person. Ooh, this would be cool to put in the background too. Like a little billboard thing that they probably nabbed. Like all of this stuff I feel like they just like either took or they spent a whole bunch of money on, and it's like, you should not have this. But is anybody in this neighborhood gonna tell them that? No, they're not. They're not gonna say anything to them, not at all. Actually, to be honest, I might go with these dead ones from vampires. Reason being, I don't know if they care too much about their landscaping. I can't see them worried about that. They have other things to worry about, like where their favorite celebrities are and how they can get into the filming room. So I'm just gonna put some of these dead trees around here. I'm gonna make the landscaping look very dead around their house. So that is our second house using the packs Get Famous, Vampires, Movie Hangout, and Oasis Courtyard, or Courtyard Oasis. Now let's get to our very last tiny home. Alrighty, time to spin for our very last tiny home tonight. And let's see what we get. Parenthood, romantic garden stuff, get to work in the book nook kit. I probably would have actually liked all of this but this one, but we shall see what happens. So one of the most important things with seeing all these packs is, do we have stairs? Okay, we actually do, so we can get to our second floor. I just watched Mave Plays do one of the videos, and she didn't have stairs for her second floor store. It's like 12 a.m. Can you tell? Because y'all can't speak English. Her second story floor, but we can, so that's cool. Yeah, let's just do like a 1-story high foundation. Like, it doesn't have to be that crazy. They don't gotta go up a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see what wallpapers we have. We don't have a whole bunch for the outside, but we have something. I kind of like just this, like, this color. I cannot talk tonight, bro, please. This color right here. Do we have roof trims? From the looks of it, no. No, we do not. And basic roof paint. Love that. I really hate when the roof is not painted, but that's all we get. Okay, yeah, so we have a few door options. Are they my favorite? No. Let's see about the columns. We have a couple column options too. I might go with like an industrial type feel a little bit, because Get to Work has a lot of industrial stuff. We don't have foundations, so that was probably a good idea that I made it close to the floor. And then these are the floorings we have. Oh my god, this is probably gonna be the worst house out of all of them. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with like an industrial type of vibe, which I'm gonna put this up here, maybe on both sides, just kind of mirror it. Looks kind of interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and get the door in, and then I'm gonna do the floor plan. This one is being done just a tad bit differently, but that's because, to be honest, like, I don't know how well this is gonna go. I don't have high hopes, but we shall see. Okay, so the floor plan's a little bit odd, but I kind of like it, so this is what we're gonna go with. So the bathroom's gonna be right here. Then we're gonna have like a little office or like craft space type thing in here, depending on what we have. This is going to be the living room. We'll have the kitchen in here, and then the dining right when you walk into the door, and then upstairs is going to be the bedroom. That's the vibe that we're gonna go for. I wanted everything closed off for some reason, so here we are. Let's find the doors for everything. So the doors for inside, we obviously don't have too many closed off options. This is like the main one, which is like a kid's door. Or we go for this door or this one. Now, the only thing is, the only place that really needs like a closed off door is the bathroom. Maybe we do this one, and let me see which is the least. Maybe we can go with this one right here, or one of these, and we could pretend that's a towel. For now, that's what we're gonna go with. I was the one who wanted the spaces to be closed off, so that's what we're gonna go with for right now. Let's go for maybe 2 of these rounded ones right here, which I don't know why they're clipping like that with this wallpaper. It's a little bit odd. Is it the wall or the light? I don't really know what it's clipping with right there, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't care. Does that look crazy from the outside? It doesn't look too bad, actually. Yeah, I don't hate it. It could be better, but for now, that's what we're going with. The outside looks ugly. I don't want to keep looking at it. Let's head inside. Are any of these good? Like, literally any of these. Do I like how any of these look? We can do, like, maybe the scuffed up linoleum. They're all so bad, guys. Oh, yeah, maybe we can do this. It can kind of look like carpet. It's so bad. I do not like this. Sam, I am. Okay, so this is supposed to be like the kitchen and dining room area, right? So maybe we can do this for now. Maybe we can go with this like yellow theme, because because that's really all we have going for us, huh? Said we were gonna go for a like industrial vibe, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know if any of this is gonna work, to be honest. Like, this is just kind of crazy looking. What if, okay, just a question, hypothetical, what if I raise this up? I gotta raise this room up too, just so that they mesh well. Let's raise this up. Let's put this kind of right here, right? Like, this is gonna be the kitchen, so maybe we can do that. Just separate it a bit like that. Maybe we'll just do the black. Yeah, the black probably looks the best. Let's see, do we have kitchen stuff? Okay, we do, because parenthood, right. Beautiful, thank you, parenthood. Do we have a fridge? Yes, also parenthood, but we have this one too, but I think I'm gonna do parenthood. We have an oven. Do we have a sink? Parenthood is what saved the day today, guys. Everybody say thank you, parenthood. Thank you, parenthood. So yeah, parenthood definitely saved the day today, which was nice and cool, because I was getting a little spooked there for a second, but it's okay, it all came together. And that can be the layout of our kitchen, which I think it looks pretty nice, don't you? Yes, because it's fully functional. Let's go ahead and get some cabinets. I'm just gonna put them over here because I feel like putting them all the way around would be overkill. Okay, so I fixed the layout a little bit. This is, well, not the layout, the color scheme. Silly me. I went for like darker tones. I am gonna still aim for the industrial feel. We're gonna see how that works out. I'm not 100% sure how that's gonna go, but so far this is what we're looking like. And we do actually have a trash can in this build, like a legitimate real trash can. We have 2 of them actually, so I am going to make space for the trash can. So I'm gonna aim for like really dark colors, also like browns, just to try to, I don't know, make it work. Okay, so there is that so far. Let's see if we have any kitchen clutter. I don't know if we do. Oh, we do. We actually have quite a bit. So I was like very pessimistic at the beginning of this, I can admit, because I thought it was gonna be bad, but so far, okay, knock on wood. I don't have wood over here, but somebody knock on wood for me. I think this is going okay. So I have finished the kitchen. I really like it. It's actually probably my favorite kitchen of all of them so far. So we have this little corner over here. I did add an extra pipe through this counter to make it more industrial. And then I just added a little bit of clutter. So there's this grate thing on the floor. And then here is some canisters. Maybe they hold different food items. Put this like book nook tray over here. And then I put this like file thing on the wall with this, I don't know, both of these are from Get to Work. The way that I was seeing it is that these are like recipes right here, and then I don't know, this is a chalkboard. They can write their stuff on there. And then I also put these lights in here, but if you see, without that freaking size down light, it's really dark in here, but actually that's kind of a vibe, ain't it? I actually kind of like it dark in there. Yeah, that's a cool vibe. Okay, yeah, so that is the kitchen. Let's go ahead and head into this area right here. And I think I am gonna change this door now. And we'll put this one here, right? Because it's trying to be like, haha, don't peep, out of order. Sure. So let's find a table. Found our table. That was nice and easy, wasn't it, guys? Okay, so we're gonna go for these chairs right here. They look probably the most potentially industrial ones out of all of them. I'm gonna make them the ends of it black. We have a lot of linoleum is what we have. And so we're gonna aim for something like that. Oh, we have this. Oh, cool, let's do that. And then let's aim for a different wallpaper too, because I kind of just want it darker in here. I don't know. And then I think I'm gonna go into debug and put a bunch of like pipes and stuff on the wall. Like, I just want this place filled with pipes and wires and stuff coming out. Like, I want it to look very like rough in here. There's this parenthood rug that is huge. First of all, what on earth do we need that big of a rug for? Are like any of these? Oh, that one's kind of cool. We're just gonna layer these up a little bit, kind of like that. Pretend that they flow seamlessly and you don't see any errors. Okay, cool. I don't have any plants. I keep trying to put plant on these things and I can't. Maybe I can just raise this up. Oh no, it's too dark. I'm not gonna like that. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Am I gonna change the lighting? Do I want all of the lighting to be like that? Okay, all of the lighting could be, oh, there's also these ones though. Oh, let's go for this. And look, the lighting is like very like spotlight lighting, but I kind of like it like that, kind of like it was an old factory or something. I mean, this would be a tiny ass factory, wouldn't it be? Okay, so we got more stuff in here, and I found some pipes, which is cool because I friggin' went to debug thinking that the pipes were in debug, and they're not. They're just in the regular thing, so you don't actually have to open up debug, but it's okay. I found some cool stuff. There's this big thing in here, and honestly, I literally just put a bunch of pipes in here. Put a bunch of pipes and random gear. There's like a fire extinguisher. Put the escape door or the exit door sign. I have to move that down, but that's fine. And then there's this like caution sign thing over here. Honestly, I don't know what's going on in here. It's none of my business, to be honest. That's all I'm gonna say. It's none of my business. You know, you do you, my dear. I don't want to know what you have going on in here. And I went ahead and did this little hallway as well. So I just put all these like caution safety signs back here. I don't know, they just look kind of cool piled up like that. And then I put this weird tank back here. Again, I don't know what's going on in here, and I'm not gonna question it. Neither should you, okay? Just let them do their thing. And then we put some like cool little posters going up the wall, and then just a little bookshelf in here with all of their sus secret files in here. And then again, I'm keeping the lighting pretty dark in here. I'm gonna leave the lights like bright as I'm actually like working on the room, but outside of that, I want the lighting in this place to be kind of dual, dark, and like creepy. Because again, they're doing some weird sciencey stuff that they probably shouldn't be doing, but you know, let it be. So the next room that we are going to do, I'm actually gonna head into the living room now. Do we have a TV first off? Oh, we do. We do have a TV. Okay, an ugly one, but a TV nonetheless. We do have a fireplace too. Maybe. Okay, so is it weird that their living room is like a slightly different vibe? Like, I still want to keep industrial, but there's only so much that I can do. Don't think I'm gonna use this one, but what if I did like 2 of these? Or is that like too comfy? Kind of want to go for that one. I don't want it to be like an uncomfortable place. Uncomfortable in the sense that like they stay here, so I don't want them to feel uncomfortable in their house. Other people may feel uncomfortable because they're like, what do you have going on in here? But that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna put this on the floor because like I said, it kind of looks like carpet. I know it's not carpet, but you know, we can all pretend. What if I do this weird like foresty wallpaper in here? Is that too much? Also go with that, or we can go straight book nook and just kind of go with this black vibe in here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Maybe go for something like this. That's not bad. The hard thing is like when you have like a certain idea in mind. I know what packs I would use, but like we don't have those packs right now, so I kind of just have to make do with what we have, and sometimes that feels a little hard to do. I do want to bring these pipes in still, because I just want the pipes kind of all throughout the build, which I might put some in this room as well if I can fit like at least one, just so that it kind of like stays cohesive. That's like the only way that I can think to keep it flowing throughout the whole build. I don't know why that's so funny having this super tiny TV, but now that I think about it, because we have Get to Work, don't we have those like fake TVs too? I think there's like, okay, hold on. There's like these they're like fake TVs. They're like blue. Maybe it's a different pack that I'm thinking of, but I thought it was Get to Work. I could have sworn it was Get to Work.
Many hours later.
Dang it, it was Strangerville. This is what I was talking about. Dang it. Okay, never mind. Scratch that idea. We'll keep going. I'm just gonna put like a bunch of random like frames around this TV. Almost like a little bit of like a collage type thing, with like degrees and I don't know, all these picture frames. We have this like alien hand. I might even put the baby birth certificate, because shoot, maybe they clone, right? But who knows? Again, do we really know what they're doing in here? No. Should you ask questions? Absolutely not. Okay, so cool. We have like a bunch of these things. Okay, I like how this is looking in here so far. Do we have a coffee? Let's do this book nook one. Hold all the books, and then let's see what else we can put in here. I haven't put any of the romantic garden stuff in, but I think I'm gonna put that outside. I'm gonna put this thing on the table in here, you know, just a weird alien thing, super normal. Let's do this because the flowers being that red kind of look like a Martian like thing. Is there any life on Mars? Is Ooh, let's like size these mushrooms down and put them over here. What can I do instead if we don't have a pot? We're getting very creative here, guys. And this is gonna go up even further, and it's like these are coming out of this thing. No, I kind of like it. It's a little odd, but this whole build is becoming odd, so let's embrace the odd. Let's put this like skeleton guy up in here. Another gas tank in here. That's obviously very safe and very important. Like this would be the time that I would be putting like files and things on the floor. I don't know if we, oh yeah, we do. We have some files. I'm gonna put a couple in here. I feel like this person, like he kind of just has stuff everywhere. I said he, I guess it's a dude. Like a concerning amount of stuff. People are like,
who's that odd guy in cabin 303?
So with that, we are done inside of the living room. Is it safe? Probably not. This whole house is a hazard. This person is a friggin' hazard at this point, but that's okay. None of our business, remember? Just walk away, babes. I'm gonna get this desk right here. I feel like this is the most ideal desk. You can fit all your stuff on there. This person clearly does like experiments. Cool, we actually get a computer in this one. We're gonna obviously give them the super fancy computer because maybe they're a hacker, probably not even a hacker. I just feel like they probably try to talk to aliens. I want to see if there's specific like skill building things that we can put in here. There's a lot of sciencey stuff, which is cool. Because that's kind of like the vibe we're going for. Like super sciencey. We don't really know what they're doing in here, but they clearly know what they're doing in here. So we'll put this like chemistry lab thing in here. Like this whole thing is just going to be like full of sciencey stuff. And actually what I might do is bring this desk upstairs, put it in their room somewhere, and then what's down here is just all of their like testing equipment. Okay, so I kind of started moving stuff around in here. We put some more pipes, a couple of like gas tanks and things, and then I just have the machines. Now I did put this, I don't know, alien thingy on here. This is not where this goes, so if for some reason you decide to play in this, just remove this so this can actually be functional if you want to use it. Otherwise, feel free to keep looking at it because it looks pretty. And then I just put some more like decor. I don't know, I keep finding these random like big machines and stuff. I just keep putting all of that stuff into here because that feels right. I put the sim ray on this shelf right here and then put some like geodes and things on top of there. I'm just trying to find lighting, and I kind of just want wall lighting, so I think I'm gonna just do like this over here and then this one right here. I don't think I want anything else in here. I mean, it's a really simple room. It's extremely simple, but you can actually use this stuff, so I want it to stay usable. So here is that. So let's go ahead and head into the bathroom. I'm just gonna shrink this down. I don't know if we have bathroom stuff in here, so we'll just use this Parenthood like tub shower combo because obviously that's gonna make things easiest on us. And then do we have a toilet? Yes, a lovely toilet at that. We have this cold prison toilet, so let's put this here. Put that right in front of the window. No privacy, none of it. And then sinks. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one in here. I just actually feels like that fits the vibe. And then we have a nice lovely prison mirror that we can put on the wall. And let's see, yeah, we do have some decor stuff. Parenthood like pulled through with the certain items that we really needed. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the wall and just try to decorate this nice little bathroom in here. And then we can actually put this like basket thing right here. Yeah, and that should hopefully, let me move this over a bit more just to make sure that that is a walkable space. I believe it is, but I might be wrong. I'll test it though. Let's see, what type of wall do we want in here? I actually do want a tile. Yeah, let's go for that in here. And then in terms of flooring, I might do the same black flooring that we've been doing just because I like the darker vibe for this bathroom. And then let me change the coloring of this stuff. The only problem is Parenthood is very bright and Parenthoody. I'll just go with this like red. That one's kind of cool, that like reddish vibe. I'll go with the super black toilet and then like a darker sink over here. Yeah, let's do like a coppery toilet as well. Kind of try to mix that like coppery color with the black and the red, I guess, in here. Let's see, do we have like any like bathroom stuff. Oh, I did. I looked at all the bathroom stuff. Okay, let me see if there's any other clutter that we can put in here that would make sense in a bathroom. Honestly, this might be it for the bathroom. I don't have much space, so there's not much else I can put in here. And then I don't really know what else I can put on the walls that I haven't already put on the walls. I don't know. Maybe we put one of these right here just to have something in here. But other than that, we'll put like some lighting in here, and I think we're gonna call it for this bathroom. Let me size this down. These just look so big to me. Maybe it's because the house is so tiny. You can put one over this door too. Okay. Alright, bathroom is finished, and we are done with the bottom floor, so we're gonna head upstairs to the final room of the house, which will be the bedroom. So in the packs that we have, we only have single beds, which is fine. I think I'm gonna, oh, I've never seen that swatch. Yeah, let's go for this camo bed right here, actually. Perfect. I'm probably gonna go in with this flooring again. That kind of looks like carpet to me. And then for wallpaper, I just want it kind of dark up here, so we'll just use this book nook kit one. So I do need a dresser, and Parenthood pulled through with dressers, so we'll just put like a little one over there. I don't like that one, actually. I would rather this one with the books. And what I might do is actually put this over here and make it kind of like the side table as well. A little 2-for-1, a little twofer. Let's do this mirror, the little swish and flick. What we'll do is we'll find something tiny to put underneath it, so maybe that thing. We can do this little thing right here, the chill box. And then let me see, I kind of want to throw like a bunch of files in here. Just all types of little gizmos and gadgets. Gadgets and gizmos and honey. And I'm having turn his fan to him. Something that I personally have happen every single night. My fan is right on me because I stay warm. And then if I get too cold, I just turn on my heated blanket. Wastes a lot of electricity, but I will say it's a privilege that I have. So thank you, universe, for allowing me to have that privilege. I think I'm gonna move the computer to here, and then what else can I add? I don't know. I feel like I've been adding all of the same stuff. The only pack that we do not have in here right now though is romantic garden stuff, and we haven't gone outside yet, so you know, anything can go. Just not gonna lie, like I'm putting a bunch of random things in here, but who knows what they're used for in this context, you know? I doubt he can get to that mirror, but again, if somebody needs to get to something, just move it around. Because in hindsight, he probably would just, like, the person who lives here, I guess it's a he because I keep saying he, but the person who lives here would probably just move stuff around everywhere and then get to where they need to get to. You know, no complaining, no issues. And then I think all in all, this is actually pretty good. I'm gonna obviously change the lighting again. It's still pretty dark in here, but I kind of like it. I think I am done. We have a clock. We do have a clock. Let's put a clock on the wall. I was kind of hoping it was like a clock I could put on this table though, because I think I feel like I need one more thing on this table. Let me just put another one of these things in here, like that we put on the table in the kitchen. Let's just put one of those inside of here. All right, so the whole entire inside of the house is done. Last but not least, we just have to do the outside, which I think I'm actually going to do this one off camera just because I want to put a lot of detail in it because it's so late. I'm probably going to go mute or be all over the place. So I'm gonna do the outside really quickly, and then we will be back with the tour of the whole villa. So here is the tour of all of the houses. I think they all came out pretty cute. It took me forever to make all of these. I think each of them were like an hour alone, but I wanted them to actually look really good, and I think they look really good. The challenge was super fun, and yeah, which of these three tiny homes was your favorite? Mine is the last one, even though I was talking a lot of crap about it. I think it came out super cute, but they all have their own like little charm. I like that they're all so completely different, and granted, yes, the packs that we used helped to like make them different, but we had completely different vibes for all of them, and I think that's like super cool. They all are basically functional. I mean, if you guys need to edit any of these, feel free to do so. These will be on my gallery at etherealvanna if you wish to download this lot. And yeah, feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if there's any other challenges you would like to see. Otherwise, we will see you at the next video. Bye.